Hello everyone and welcome to APAC Summit. My name is Karina. I'm the Director of Operations for Plug and Play here in Asia Pacific. And I also co-lead the Facebook Accelerator Singapore program together with Jason from Facebook. The Facebook Accelerator Singapore program started in November 2019, where we went around Asia in 6 different cities to recruit our startups physically. The batch then started in March 2020, and fast forwarding to today, we have just completed our batch of Season 2 startups. For this batch, the startups come from 7 different cities, namely Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Hong Kong, and the Philippines. They cover a wide range of technologies that include messenger application, social commerce, conversational commerce, AR, VR, gaming, and many more. Before we bring out our first startup, I would like to invite Dhruv Vohra, Director at Facebook, to share with us a little more about the digital consumer of tomorrow here today. Let us welcome Dhruv.
Disruption has put Southeast Asia on fast forward. 5 years of digital transformation happened in a year, bringing digital consumers of tomorrow here today. Welcome to 2020, the year of pivotal change. Digital consumer growth has exceeded expectations, and we now need to adapt to a world where online is the primary channel for everything. It's time to relearn who your digital consumers are. Uncover the new norms, new purchasing habits, and new expectations. A discovery generation using social media as a platform for videos and inspiration, seeking reassurance in brand reliability and disrupting brand loyalty. Who buy more categories online now than ever, with greater curiosity to try new brands. So, when omnichannel is no longer optional, how can we adapt and differentiate in today's digital marketplace? The decade of getting consumers online has passed. The decade of inspiring the discovery generation has just begun. Sync with the digital consumers of tomorrow.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the APAC Summit 2020. It feels like just yesterday that I was doing this session in person with all of you for the 2019 Summit. But 2020 has been a year like that. It's just raced by, and it's made some permanent changes how human beings, businesses, and societies will interact in future. At the outset, I hope all your friends and family are happy, healthy, and safe. 2020 has also been a year of unprecedented acceleration in the digital economy. By the way, every crisis that has ever happened has produced business leaders that are more resilient than the generation before, and businesses that are more innovative than the generation before. In 2003, it meant that we had the emergence of B2C e-commerce. More recently, during the financial crisis, we had the birth of the shared economy with Uber and Airbnb. The 2019 verdict and the 2020 verdict is still out. We don't know what it'll look like once the pandemic ends, but we have a few clues. And the clues point to a combination of e-commerce and super apps and digital payments and social media and whatnot. I'll try and demystify some of these clues for you today. As you know, we work with Bain every year to come up with a comprehensive analysis of the ecosystem. This year, we attached the lens of the pandemic to understand what new behaviors were consumers exhibiting. And we concluded that the business consumers of tomorrow are here today. So what I'll do today is take up bits and pieces of the 2 reports that we published this year and try and paint a rough picture of what we think the future could look like. I know this will be a little messy, so please bear with me. I will share the full reports with you after the session. The first trend, or the big trend that we are seeing, is that essential shopping is now moving online. We always knew that e-commerce was growing. But what we didn't expect to happen so fast was that daily commodities and goods and services would be purchased exclusively online. In some ways, the pandemic made this happen. So 48% of the consumers we surveyed spent more on fresh groceries. But also more than 80% of these consumers said that they would continue to buy groceries online even when the pandemic restrictions were lifted. So if you've used the FairPrice app in the last 1 year, you won't stop using it because now you've gotten used to the convenience and the ease of use of these apps. The second big trend for us is that the discovery of new apps has accelerated. Now, this acceleration could mean 2 things. You could either be using existing apps more or trying new apps. And we've seen that in both these scenarios, people have started adopting more and more and spending more and more time using apps and adopting them. Social media, video streaming, which already existed, are being used more. But there's a healthy adoption in e-commerce, food delivery, and digital payment-related apps. Again, 80% of the people we surveyed said that they would continue to use apps more even once the pandemic ended. This presents an interesting challenge for businesses because now they have to figure out how to tap into this interest of people. They're willing to be online, but then what next? What are the other experiences they can have while they're on your app or your shop online? Interestingly, the increase in usage of new apps has happened across age groups. Let me point your attention to just the middle part of the graph that's on your screen right now, and you'll see that e-com and digital payments saw acceleration in the middle age group. In fact, when we spoke to Lazada, they confirmed that they saw 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds saying that they are now more willing to shop online. This for us is very exciting because shopping online and the internet now is not just a young person thing. It actually exists across age groups. The third consideration to keep in mind is that value for money has become more important than before. You will remember last time we came and said that people in APAC care about deals, but not as much because they're also willing to spend as much as you want them to as long as the product is exciting. But now that holds true, but with a lens on value for money. So people care more about purchasing for value products when they're shopping. They're entering this season with a recessionary mindset. But as long as your brand is able to establish a cool value proposition that is good for the money that you spend on it, people are willing to try it and adopt it. In Southeast Asia, overall, we are more conservative than the United States. Number 4, reliable brands are on the rise. Again, one of the cool things about Southeast Asia and APAC in general is that we are willing to try many different products and services. We check 5 websites before we buy any product. That holds true, but people have also started valuing the reliable brands more than ever before. So on the right side of the chart, or the previous slide, you would have seen people are willing to switch. But you'll also see here that people want to care about the brand that they're buying across categories, consumer electronics, personal care, beauty, and across the board. So if you're a brand going to market, not only do you have to establish value for money, you also have to build a sense of reliability so people can trust you. And that reliability also comes from a solid supply chain, logistics, customer service infrastructure. It's not just a branding exercise that talks about reliability. The 5th point is quite intuitive. Health and welfare is now top of mind. You would expect this to happen. But the nuance here is that consumers now demand from businesses they work with or buy from that they be more environmentally conscious and they be more health conscious. So the percentage of consumers likely to be more health conscious in SEA is actually higher than the United States average. And we see this across APAC, if not just Southeast Asia. This has given rise to some interesting industries on telehealth and telemedicine and healthcare because people care more about these things, but they also demand this from the businesses that they work with. Lastly, I really miss being with all of you in physical presence. I could kind of adapt what I was saying depending on your reaction. I hope I'm not boring you too much today, but this form of communication is here to stay. So at home and contactless is not going away for some time. We used to be 1.5x more likely to dine out than the US. We were 3x more likely to visit cinemas than the US. But on both those metrics, consumers are now saying that they would like to actually stay at home. That also applies to work. So even though offices are open, not everybody is saying that they want to go back to office. So businesses that will help contactless, the contactless reality become easier to use, productivity softwares that people can use at home are actually going to thrive. We're seeing a lot of edtech businesses that are making tuition classes go online or coding online, which has also really taken off in Asia Pacific. So here's a summary of everything that's going on, and some things have changed and some things have accelerated. I do want to acknowledge that there are people from all across Asia Pacific in the crowd. The reason we pick Southeast Asia as an example is that two trends happen simultaneously. The number of users keeps growing, but also the users want to try new things and buy more. So no matter which part of the world you live in, you'll be experiencing one of these trends, and especially if you're in APAC, I hope you can take the flavor of Southeast Asia and adapt these learnings to whichever part of the world you're in. So all of the trends that I just spoke to you about have put Southeast Asia on fast forward. You will see here on the left that the number of internet users continues to rise, therefore the digital consumers continues to rise. But 5 years of this acceleration has happened in just one. So we've had to revise our 2025 forecast. We expect 340 million people in the region to be digital consumers by 2025. The average spend per user is also increasing faster than we thought. It's increased by it's expected to increase by 3.5x by 2025. It's already sitting at $172 per person. All of this is because more people have moved online from traditionally offline categories. And you can see this across the region. There are almost 137 million adults in Indonesia now, 68% of them that are digital consumers. And this is a trend that you'll see across Southeast Asia. You will also see that the percentage of online retail has been increasing. And we've seen a 2.8x increase in Indonesia and a significant increase in Thailand, 3x, Vietnam, 3.7x of online retail GMV. And this GMV as a percentage of all retail is also increasing. And this is already it's already overtaken what's happened in India. So India is about 4%, 5% of all retail in Southeast Asia is online now, but it's still far away from China. China is at 31%, so we still have a long place to go. And people in this room are the people who make it happen one way or the other. All of the acceleration that I spoke about is across categories. So here you see on the first line, the total amount of that category, and then you see the percentages on top that are bought online. We are a little far away from China, but Southeast Asia is catching up and even overtaken India across categories. The CAGR of those categories bought online is increasing substantially. And that kind of leads into the next point, that if you were purchasing 3.5 things online or 3.5 types of categories online last year, now you're purchasing 5.1. So the number of categories you've purchased online in the last 12 months has risen. And this has serious implications for traditional or foundational businesses that are primarily offline, because omni-channel is no longer optional. I know we've been using this as a buzzword for a long time, but if you're a Unilever, L'Oreal, or a Samsung, you really have to significantly change your channel mix in the favor of online in the coming decade. All businesses and startups that will help this happen or enable this to happen will be extremely exciting businesses to be a part of. And that is why we say that going forward, the next decade is the age of enablers. Let me take an example of payments. We've seen a significant increase in preference in e-wallets in the last 12 months. If you ask DBS, they will tell you that they had a 2x YOY growth in digibank signups, 3x increase in digibank signups among senior citizens who are 62 years and above, and growth in online investments and transactions in April. So they're using technology to become self-reliant, but also future-proof their business in a multitude of ways, including customer servicing, digital marketing, and tele-advisory. So a lot of enablement of the online experience is going to be key for success of traditional verticals and traditional businesses. And obviously, if you look at Q1, and I know this is Q1 and we're sitting in Q4 now, but if you just look at where the VC investments went, the top investments, as predicted, went on internet and technology. But if you break it down, most of them are going in the fields of fintech and B2B tech and e-commerce tech, health tech, digital health, digital education, live streaming, and online gaming. And that is why we feel that this is the age of enablers. Just to conclude my last 2 slides now, it's very difficult to predict what is going to happen in the next 10 years. But one thing is for certain, that people will have to relook at their business, their startups. VCs will have to relook at their VC investment strategy. And in general, people will have to ask themselves, what are the evolving business boundaries? What is the changing competitive landscape? What are the macro transformations? How will the government and the public sector react to what's going on in the world right now? Sustainability and corporate responsibility will become key because not just governments, consumers will demand this of you. You'll have to reconfigure your operations and capabilities. How do you take into account the new omni-channel reality? And lastly, you will have to keep a close eye on who the future consumers are, how they're adapting, how they're changing, how their habits have changed. Now, we have all of this research available. I've shared some snippets, but if I wanted to leave you with one thought, it's just this, that the decade of getting consumers online has passed. The decade of inspiring them online has just begun. I hope you have a great 2021 and that you participate in enabling cool experiences for everybody who's online. All the best and thank you.
Thank you, Dhruv, for that very inspiring sharing. All right, now let's go around Asia to hear from our startup founders themselves. With more than 17 million AR content viewed, the world is now ready for the next type of information. Let's bring up Assembler.
Hi, I'm Hasbi. I'm founder and CEO of Assembler. So Assembler is a platform to discover, create, and share augmented reality experiences. We are #1 3D and AR platform in Southeast Asia. Why AR? Because we believe the way people access information in the future will be through augmented reality. So we want to empower everyone to be able to access and create AR content easily. Our mission is to become the primary platform of user-generated AR content. Global AR market is experiencing exploding growth, and it is predicted to hit $32 billion in 3 years from now. And this is driven by several factors. One is technological, which is the internet has become cheaper and faster, and then the penetration of smartphone, and then the development of AR glasses by giants like Apple, Google, Microsoft, and Facebook. On the demographic side, the rise of Generation Y and Z, which is the digital native generations, and the third one in the business side, which is this is the new way for the businesses to visualize their product. But the problem is, making AR content is really painful. It is multidisciplinary and it's long process. So this is how typically making AR content been done today. So you have to prepare the 3D model using 3D tools, and then you have to bring it to other software like Unity and Xcode to add some interactivity and AR programming there. And then you still have to deploy it on the iOS and Android to make it available for the user. And this process took months. And our solution is, we simplify the process. So making AR content can be as easy as drag and drop. So you can add some 3D text, 3D animated objects, add some text, annotation, even interactivity, and all can be done within minutes using Assembler app that's running on the iOS and Android, or using Assembler Studio that's running on Mac and PC. Use case and go-to-market strategy. One is from business side, so they are using Assembler for product marketing to visualize the product better and more interactive. And the second one is on the educations, which is teacher and students are using Assembler for the learning activity to be more interactive and fun. And these two sectors affecting the end users. That's why we got more than 22 million content viewed by user globally. And then we have 1.4 user-generated AR content. And we have almost 2 million app downloaded without any marketing budget. And we have more than 1,000 internal AR library, which is ready to use. In terms of monetizations, we are targeting end user, which is we are going to sell the 3D and AR sets in our marketplace. On the education side, we are target teacher, parent, and school for the subscription model. So they will have access to the topics that is aligned with curriculum. And the third one is we are targeting enterprise and SMB for the subscription model. Computer analysis, there are Reality Composer, Canva, and Lens Studio. The reason I input Canva here because the similarity of the simplifications of making design, as simple as drag and drop. Our value is on the multi-platform because we are running on the iOS, Android, Mac, and PC, and also the simple editor, which make the process of creations very, very quick. Recognitions, we've been featured by Apple as an app of the day worldwide. And then we are joining Facebook Accelerator Singapore. We are joining Startup School YC and GK Plug and Play Indonesia. Team consists of me. I'm a founder and CEO. I have 10 years experience in 3D and AR field. Previously, I was the co-founder and CTO of Octagon Studio. So together with Anita and Risandar, we have 20 years plus experience in 3D and AR field. And previously, we've created AR flashcard, which is sold to 60 countries. In terms of financial, we are looking for $550K US to finalize the Assembler app, Assembler Edu, Assembler Studio, and Assembler Marketplace. So Assembler, augmented reality accessible for anyone, anywhere in one easy platform. Thank you.
Bringing you to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, our next startup, Avana, is a social commerce platform that empowers businesses across social, chat, web, and mobile. Let's bring it up for Avana.
Hi, my name is Yenny. I'm the co-founder of Avana. Avana is a social commerce enabler platform. Our goal is to transform social media from a promotional platform to a transactional platform. And how do we do that? Number one, we help brands to sell across multiple channels. It could be social media through Facebook, Instagram, chat channels such as Telegram and WhatsApp, and even marketplaces. The second part is we help brands to also recruit resellers and they can promote your products easily through a free and simple to use app. So when you sign up to Avana, you get a host of solutions from marketing, order management, inventory management, all the way to fulfillment. The goal is when you come on board, we give you an end-to-end solution to kickstart your digital business. So why is now a good time? We've seen successful social commerce leaders being done in China, India, in the US, and we believe Avana is poised to be the next leader for the Asia-Pacific region. And how do we do this? We have a very diverse background of leadership team. My co-founder and I have more than 5 years of working experience together. We used to run a digital marketing solutions company. We built custom e-commerce solutions and social commerce is our forte. And we are backed by investors, both locally and also regionally. And we work with a host of partners from banks, telcos, and even artists. And we have empowered more than 100,000 brands to date now, and we're looking to do more. And in order to do so, we're raising a $15 million Series A round to do 3 things. Number 1 is to cement our position as the social commerce leader in Indonesia. Number 2 is to scale up our product team so that we can scale our product suite to complete more solutions for business owners. And number 3 is to scale across Asia Pacific for Avana. And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Facebook Accelerator program for connecting us to workshops and mentors. They've been really helpful to help us align our milestones, our goals, and also to manage a fully remote team in the times of crisis for COVID-19. Thank you.
Bringing you all the way into Vietnam, our next startup, EcoMobi, is in the social commerce space. Let's hear it up for EcoMobi.
Hello, I'm Thành Trường. I'm CEO of the EcoMobi. EcoMobi, we are building the social selling platform across Southeast Asia. Our platform tries to resolve and help the brand to sell the product directly through the influencer and the social community. Let's go to our company first, why we exist today. So EcoMobi is founded in Singapore 4 years ago by the 4 founders who already exist from the previous startup in Vietnam. That's why we're ambitious to create the regional company to help the enabler social commerce. That's why we go to Indonesia, the first market, and then we expand to Vietnam, Thailand, and now we have the 5 offices in 4 countries. We have more than 150 people in our company. Last year, we already reached 152 million GMV through our system. That's why we get the the 2 rounds of investment from Korea and Singapore investor. Now we go for detail to our problem clients. So as you know that the e-commerce player, they are struggle with how to convert the sale from the social media. So, and the 3 main problem is that the first thing, the lack of effective solution to generate the sale from TikTok or Facebook or YouTube. Second, they had to pay very high incentive for the influencer without any sale in return. And third, they don't have an end-to-end solution to manage various channels like YouTube, Facebook or Instagram. So that's why ecobee system work. In one side, we connect with the brand, manage all the product and upload in our platform. In other side, we facilitate for the influencer, help them to introduce the product to the end user. And when user interact with the influencer, we provide a chatbot to make sure that user can buy the product inside the chatbot. So now the follower influencer can be the buyer of the product. So the workflow will be the end user, they watch the video or follow the influencer, they click on the link of the product they interested, and then inside they jump to the chatbot. Inside the chatbot, they buy the product directly, and after that, ecobee help them to deliver the information to the brands. So now in the social channel become the selling channel for the brand. And we commit the brand highest return in sale. So last year, we already worked with more than 100 different brands, deliver more than 152 million US dollar GMV. Especially, we already worked with more than 30,000 of social channel and community in YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. Our target for this year can be reached more than 300 million GMV. And now we start raising the fund at the end of this year around from 10 to 15 million for 3 purposes. The first thing we want to build a social seller and community across Southeast Asia, especially in Indonesia, Thailand, and Vietnam. Second, we heavily invest in technology and to build self-service system for the brand and the influencers. They can meet and they can work together, completely transparent. And third, we built the whole supply chain system for the brand to make sure we can serve them end-to-end solution for the social commerce. Thank you very much.
Moving on to Jakarta, Indonesia, our next startup, HelloSys, helped SME in Indonesia save more than 1 million hours of their precious time. Let's hear from HelloSys.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Hendrawan, founder and CEO of HelloSys. Today, I would like to tell a story about Ayu, one of HelloSys' early adopter. As a single mom, Ayu has been selling Muslim fashion wear on Instagram and WhatsApp to support her family. Each day, from the moment she wakes up until she falls asleep, she has to be constantly on her phone replying to her customers' chats. Her customer asks repetitive questions regarding product price, availability, cost of shipping, and many more. After replying all the chats, she has to manually recap the orders, manage inventory, confirm payment, get shipping labels, just to name a few. The whole process will take her 2 to 3 days. She was so busy, she could not take her child to school. HelloSys creates virtual assistant to automate all the tasks that I mentioned previously. We use AI technologies such as image recognition to help customers identify the products they're looking for, machine learning to help sellers classify product categories, and NLP to interact with customers naturally. For social media sellers like Ayu, HelloSys is able to automatically convert customer chats into sales, bring operational efficiency through automation, and build more loyal customers through customer service excellence. As a result, she's able to grow her sales 3 times within 6 months. Most importantly for Ayu, she's able to save plenty of time and finally take her daughter to school. Ayu is just one of more than 64 million SMEs in Indonesia. Only 12% of them have gone digital. They use different tools such as marketplace, websites, social medias to generate more sales for their business. The Indonesia e-commerce market is estimated to grow to 133 billion by 2025. Halosys has differentiated itself by creating a fast, simple, and personal solution for our users. We also built Halosys to grow with our sellers, therefore it will be difficult for our sellers to leave the ecosystem we provide for them. We have strong network and relationship with the banking sectors, trade associations, and government channels which support SME developments. We are very thankful to Facebook, IMDA Singapore, and Plug and Play for the opportunity to support our mission toward improving the life of SMEs and womenpreneurs like Ayu. Throughout the Facebook Accelerator program, we were able to collaborate with the Instagram and Facebook to educate SMEs about the potential of Facebook platform, create new partnership with Bank Sinarmas and Nobu Bank, two banks owned by a couple of the biggest conglomerates in Indonesia, and we have simplified data privacy and ethical AI explainability for our users. Today, we would like to announce the launch of our new product, Halo Retail, which will help sellers like Ayu reach new level of success. Ayu customer will go from discovery experience on Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp to making purchase on different channels such as website and marketplace a seamless experience. Here's our current team. We have vast experience in the technology, AI, and retail industry from different parts of the world. One thing we share in common is our passion, hunger, and drive to help SMEs and womenpreneurs to move up the social ladders. In less than 2 years, Halosys were able to help more than 10,000 SMEs convert 1.8 million chats for more than $7 million in GMV. For us, this is just the beginning. By the end of 2022, our goal is to empower 500,000 SMEs while generating 1 million jobs and bringing Halosys solution to different parts of the world. We're currently looking for strategic partners in the FMCG, commerce, and retail industry. We're also looking for investors in the SaaS and e-commerce space to invest between 3 to 5 million for our next funding round to create an advanced but affordable solution for SMEs and womenpreneurs like Ayu. Let's create success stories for SMEs and womenpreneurs all around the world together. Thank you, and please stay safe.
Bringing to Thailand, our next startup, InfoFed, is in the gaming space. Parents can no longer say playing game is a waste of time. The good people from InfoFed will prove that to you.
สวัสดีค่ะ At InfoFed, we make esports happen anywhere, anytime. We are the leading esports company in Thailand, aiming to connect Southeast Asia gamers under one platform. Our target user is the savvy gamers who are passionate about playing games, actively participate in tournaments, and never shy in buying their way into the best experience in esports. With an extensive research, we came across 3 major problems facing by everyday gamers: inefficiency, performance tracking system, language barrier in the regional tournaments, and unclear career path for the esports players to pursue. With our earena.com and online esports arena, we'll be able to tackle all those problems. And the success recognition esports tournaments that we call Zero to Hero program will be able to kickstart their esports career. Since the launch of our platform, we have hosted more than 90 tournaments across Southeast Asia. With the key features on the platform, we have designed the best practice performance tracking system that allow the user to track their performance in each level, helping them to improve and moving forwards. We have localized our platform in multiple languages covering Southeast Asia, so the gamer in the regions can participate and communicate with each other, breaking language barriers. With our chatbot, it's there to take the user into the esports journey on the platform, helping them whenever they need. With the content model on the platform, Zero to Hero program is the esports tournament format that uniquely developed for gamers to realize their full potential and to level up along the way to reach the top. Our Plug and Play virtual studio is one of the key competitive advantages for scaling our online esports tournaments across the regions. Esports has been growing rapidly around the globe, where Southeast Asia market is the fast-growing market in the world, with a revenue of 4.4 billion and almost 125 million gamers in 2019. While having our own arena offline and online, well-equipped studios, and running various academy programs, making us a one-stop esports solutions provider, giving us a competitive edge in these regions. Our current revenue model is B2B, which at the next stage will be adding B2C once our user subscription model is implemented from Zero to Hero program. We believe that our collaboration with Facebook will enable us to build a stronger esports communities, to market our events to the right target audience, and possibly connect those communities and events with Facebook Gaming. We believe in teamwork. Our management team has various business expertise and being an esports insider. Our founder is a pioneer in esports industry in Thailand. CMO started her career at C Thailand. And our BD team leader is even be a professional esports player for more than 10 years. Currently, we have almost 50,000 users actively on the platform that already launched in Thailand and Myanmar this year. Of course, to accomplish our goal, we are now seeking for Series A fund at the amount of $3 million to grow community through Southeast Asia and to develop technologies to enhance user experience and platform functions. We have passions in what we do and where we want to be. We are in forfeit. We make esports happen anywhere, anytime.
Our next startup looks into marketing optimization. Lucep distributes more than 1 million leads a month to customers across 15 countries. Let's bring it up for Lucep.
Hi, I'm Zal. I'm the co-founder of Lucep. We're a mobile app that helps connect your front-end digital leads direct with your sales agents. So we do that across a variety of channels, such as your social media, of course, Facebook, as well as your websites, email, live chat. And we connect them directly to agents. And the sort of uniqueness of Lucep is that we make those agents compete to answer those leads. That shows a decrease in response time, as well as an increase in contact rate, as well as conversion. So the problem that we solve is that digital leads are not given the love that they need. Many of them are not even responded to at all. And when they are responded to, they're responded to late and can be after 3 to 4 days. When in reality, you need to be responding to them within 30 or 40 minutes. So what Lucep does is we help connect you as the agent with those leads immediately. And we do this in 2 ways. One is working with the marketing teams within your company to take all leads that are generated from their channels and distribute them out to your agents. We work with you to understand the rules that you would like to distribute these leads across, for example, geography or product, and then make the best agents compete to respond to that lead in order to close it quicker. The second way is by turning your agents into their own chief marketing officers, by providing them with a tool they can use to share content on social media and generate leads directly back to them. So 3 things that we provide in terms of value to our customers. One is that we improve the customer experience by reducing the friction from prospect to agent, as well as getting customers to be responded to as quickly as possible. We are the only tool on the market that provides you an end-to-end tracking from when a lead was created, what ad or what channel did it come down, how long did it take for an agent to respond to that lead, what agent responded to that lead, how many times did they follow up, and eventually did they convert into a sale. We also have our smart lead distribution technology, which allows you to set the rules of how each lead is distributed to what group of agents. So our primary goal is to help businesses increase the ROI from digital marketing. We do that by giving you a deep analysis of where the quality leads are coming from and where they're converting and closing, so that businesses know where they can double down and invest to get the most out of their digital channels. We also turn agents into digital entrepreneurs, providing them with an opportunity to take content. So you can see here, we've got the content on the left, and on the right-hand side, we have a custom field that has been created by the agent with their own photo and information that they can share on any social media channel, whether that's LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or WhatsApp, to generate leads from their group of contacts. So an example that I wanted to include here is one we did with our client, where we put 10,000 leads through their current process and 10,000 leads using the Lucep app. You can see here that the big changes were made in the first contact rate and the first meeting rate. And by just shifting those changes, we increased their sales conversion rate by 7 times. So this means that for the same amount of money that a company invests in their marketing channels, they can see a significant difference in the increase of conversions at the bottom of that funnel, which is what every marketeer and salesperson is looking for. Lucep currently generates more than $1 million in revenue. We primarily work, as you can see, with some of the largest enterprise clients in the world. We also work with small to medium businesses, as well as have a thriving digital agency business servicing these clients. So our team is made up of both people who have experience working in large enterprise, as well as small businesses. And look, we're pretty simple. We're not here for your money. But what we are here for is if you can introduce us to any clients that want to have their marketing ROI improved, social media marketing agencies or potential partners, or any strategic partners that can help us grow not only in the region, but globally. Thanks so much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Coming from Singapore, we have Outside Voice. Outside Voice wants to bring survey into a 21st century with photos, videos, and audios collected through WhatsApp.
Hi, I'm Vibhas. Outside Voice is a no-code app builder on WhatsApp. All over the world, thousands of business processes are being informally carried out on WhatsApp. When was the last time an agent pinged you to collect a file, a photo, a video, or audio? This happens for use cases like KYC, customer feedback, support, and many more. This is especially prevalent in areas like Latin America, Middle East, Africa, and APAC. These are regions where WhatsApp is dominant. For many people coming online for the first time, WhatsApp is the internet. They're way more comfortable with WhatsApp than with any mobile web interface, and they refuse to download apps. Emails and SMSs don't deliver or they don't respond to them. WhatsApp is the best way to reach and engage these people. However, building on WhatsApp is not as easy as actually using the platform. WhatsApp has a distributed API model, so there are 65 API distributors globally, each with their own sub-API. As a result, it takes 40+ engineering hours to build and deploy a simple app on WhatsApp. We want to change that. Outside Voice lets any business person, without knowing how to code, build and deploy a simple app on WhatsApp in minutes from their phone. This is a game changer. However, we're not a general purpose bot builder. There's already enough of those. We're picking a specific enterprise software segment and building a thick stack on top of WhatsApp for that segment. That segment is customer experience management. Think about the last time you got an email or an SMS survey. This happens typically after you transact with a company, whether you bought a product, visited their store, or use some of their software. Everyone hates those surveys. Response rates are terrible and response times are through the roof. That's because you have to click a link, go to a browser. That context switching is jarring. We're moving this process to WhatsApp because you can respond at the same place you got the notification, and you can share photos, audio, and video, giving companies a much deeper insight into your customer experience. The customer experience management market is growing at 17% year on year, and the WhatsApp-dominated regions comprise 1/3 of the $6 billion market. Qualtrics is the big player in this market. We're going to be the Qualtrics of WhatsApp. Our first customer is a retail research giant in South Africa. Their agents go to stores and collect photos, video, and audio, capturing retail items, how they're being sold, and the prices they're being sold at. They're using outside voice to capture over 25,000 data points a month, and they're paying us $30,000 a year. They've only deployed this to 1/4 of their workforce, and this volume is going to quadruple within 6 months. While they have their own app, they prefer to move this process to WhatsApp because it works even in areas with low network connectivity. This is because WhatsApp is whitelisted on the cell phone towers. We launched our platform 12 weeks ago, and since then, 6,500 users have signed up, creating over 2,500 surveys, and we're at $36,000 annual recurring revenue. Our vision is to enable anyone in the world to build a business on WhatsApp. When we can make building a business on WhatsApp as easy as it is to actually use the platform, that's when we're going to unlock a whole new creation economy. My co-founder and I are both 2-time founders. I've led design teams at Indian unicorns like Paytm and Housing.com. My co-founder Akash studied computer science at Stanford University and built one of the world's most popular chatbots. Our backers include Iterative Capital and the Facebook Accelerator. We're raising $1.5 million in the first quarter of 2021, but we're happy to chat now. If you're a customer and you'd like to run a CX program on WhatsApp to be as close to your customers as possible, we want to talk to you. Thanks for listening.
Our next startup, Previa, is a mobile CRM. It's so simple and effective that salespeople pay to use it out of their own pocket. Now let's bring up Previa.
Hi, I'm Aaron, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Previa. We're a mobile-first CRM that helps consumer-facing sales professionals run their businesses from their phone. This is Janet. She's a real estate agent who spends thousands of dollars and countless hours every month generating leads for her business. Over the past few years, she's realized that it's become harder and harder to convert her leads into customers. Consumer expectations have increased dramatically, and her existing processes no longer work. The things she's used to doing are now too slow, too inconvenient, and too impersonal for today's consumer. They expect responses within seconds, not hours, and definitely not days. They only engage via chat platforms like WhatsApp or iMessage. They don't reply to emails, and they don't pick up her phone calls. And they'll only engage with personal human interactions. The moment that they suspect they're talking to a chatbot, they'll immediately ignore, and even worse, block her number. This makes engaging with customers at scale a nearly impossible task. Janet's not alone. There are over 50 million consumer-facing sales professionals around the world facing this exact same issue. Whether they're selling real estate or insurance, taking wedding photographs, or teaching yoga online, businesses have seen their customer interactions moved entirely to personal chats like WhatsApp, where speed, convenience, and personalization is an absolute must. Existing solutions aren't helping. They're either built for complex enterprises and B2B processes or focused on marketing automation through email and chatbots. B2C salespeople need a simple-to-use productivity tool that works on their phone and helps them engage with their customers at scale. Previer is a mobile-first CRM that helps consumer-facing sales professionals like Janet. We integrate with her personal WhatsApp, iMessage, SMS, and phone calls without any setup or configuration needed. We also connect to her lead sources like Facebook lead ads, Google ads, and website to give her instant lead alerts and one-touch follow-ups. Previer is not just a productivity tool. Our customers see real business results almost immediately. We've decreased their response times from days to seconds, letting them go from new lead to personalized WhatsApp conversation in just a few taps. They're able to build stronger relationships and follow up with all of their clients at scale, which has resulted in increasing their conversion rates and return on ad spend by a factor of 3 to 5 times as a result of the speed, convenience, and personalization that we offer. Our team combines expertise in high-end relationship management with experience building consumer apps loved by millions of users. I'm Aaron, and I've built and launched CRMs at the world's leading financial institutions. Previously as a vice president at GIC, and before that, the Asia Pacific CRM lead at BlackRock. My co-founder, Shivam, has a deep research background in machine learning from IIT and Caltech. He's also built consumer apps loved by millions of customers globally. We're both full-stack developers and repeat founders with previous startups across Silicon Valley, India, and Singapore, including a Series A and institutional exit. We launched Previer to the public at the end of last year and joined the Facebook Accelerator just a few months later. Since starting the program, we more than tripled our subscribers and revenue while cutting our cost of acquisition in half. We now have customers across dozens of industries in over 30 countries around the world. We previously raised a $1 million seed round from Wavemaker Partners, Entrepreneur First, and several angel investors. We're not actively fundraising at the moment, but we're targeting a $4 million Series A in the first half of next year. If you're an investor or partner that's interested in what we're doing, we'd love to start conversations in a few months' time. We're Previer, and we help consumer-facing sales professionals grow their businesses from the palm of their hands. If you'd like to connect, we'd love to hear from you at founders@previer.com. Thank you.
Our next startup, Kiskus, is born out of Singapore with core presence in Indonesia, where Kiskus is discussed with a D inverted to a Q to show dynamic conversations. Now let's hear from Kiskus.
Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad, one of the co-founder of Kiskus. We started off enabling conversations between doctors and patients and solving great problems such as access to quality healthcare. Since then, we have moved to 13 industries, 16 use cases, and touched the lives of 32 million users. On the right, you can see some of our clients. All of them have one thing in common, and they believe that consumers today put value on the ease of getting what they want by simply conversing. Founded in 2013, we have grown to become an expert in real-time communication technology entrenched in Indonesia. On the right are our co-founders, all having extensive background in business consultancy, policy, ops, tech, and so on. We're growing even during crisis. We're now profitable, 3x revenue growth since FY19, NRR of 99%, and our ARR grew by 2x within just the first 6 months of 2020 when the crisis hit. And we will continue to grow aggressively with CPaaS market, communication platform as a service, growing at a CAGR of 33%. And this will continue to grow post-COVID when businesses start to rethink and reinvent how they communicate with customers online. We provide businesses 3 main solutions. For businesses who want to build a chat or call feature in their app, they are able to use our Chat SDK or Meet SDK. For those businesses who want to engage customers without downloading new apps via mainstream chat apps such as WhatsApp, Facebook, and so on, they are able to use our smart dashboard, multi-channel dashboard, which has unified inbox, productivity tools such as analytics, template message boards, and so on. We have two market segments, the enterprise and SMB. We charge on an annual basis, revenue model based on active users, and of course there's upsell and cross-sell opportunities, reports, integration, support, and so on. We have a scalable yet lean go-to-market strategy. Every country we go to, we appoint a tier 1 distributor who have thousands of tier 2s who then distribute our product. In that way, we maintain our team small, yet we're able to scale. We have several competitors, but we have 4 main value propositions. The first one is that all the channels are all already integrated into a ready-to-use dashboard. We have a seamless text-to-call switching. We are chatbot agnostic, so any customers with their own chatbot can easily integrate to our platform. And for sensitive industries or industries with regulations on data privacy, we have data localization. These are some of the impact we've created for our clients. HelloDoc uses our chat SDK to, one of the largest telehealth player, uses our chat SDK to accelerate the time to market by 50%. Astra International, one of the largest motorcycle distributor in Indonesia, uses our solution to actually increase their leads to sales conversion ratio without increasing resources. We are raising $3 million growth capital to accelerate our growth, and the purpose of this capital is to entrench ourselves in 5 countries, forming the channel ecosystem, accelerate the growth of our SaaS, and several other purposes. If you have the same belief as us, we'd like to speak to you. Thank you.
Our next startup is from the Philippines. Socialite is in the connectivity space, where they reward low-income communities with free Wi-Fi when they exchange plastics. Let's welcome Socialite.
Hi, I'm Francis from Socialite, and what we do is we connect the unconnected sustainably. So the problem is that 50% of the global population don't have access to the internet. That's 3 billion people with 1 to 2 smartphones, and 80% of which spend money on FMCG products. So we created a product called Viafi. It's a Wi-Fi monetization platform that allows us to partner with telcos and ISPs to provide Wi-Fi in low-income communities. This allows us to solve problems in connectivity, poverty, and as well as the environment. So with Viafi platform, together with our partners, the telcos and the ISPs, we're able to provide Wi-Fi in low-income communities. This allows us to give Wi-Fi in a cheaper manner, faster and more reliable, and what's even better is that we're able to partner with brands to allow them to exchange plastic waste into free Wi-Fi. So we're like a franchise model. We're able to pursue sites that we want to be in, together with partners that we want to be with, and be able to provide Wi-Fi services in those areas. On the other hand, we're also able to do just the platform, where our partners, the telcos and ISPs, have existing sites or sites that they want to be in, and we just provide them the platform for them to monetize those areas. So far, we have 500,000 plus unique users across 6 cities in the Philippines, with 4 telecoms and ISP partners, 6 ad agencies, and of course 3 international partners in Africa and South America. How it works is very simple. You connect to the Wi-Fi access point, you then get a pop-up with a page, you log in with your basic information, and then you see 1 to 3 targeted and relevant advertising paid for in CPM and as well as cost per action, to give brands a better value for their money. And then they see a voucher page. The voucher page is where they're able to purchase that to a mom and pop store, or they can exchange plastic waste to get free Wi-Fi vouchers. And after that, they're online. It's very simple for mom and pop stores. They sell it for 10 US cents for every 2 hours. And then they get 20% of the earnings. That's 10 times better and larger than a telco prepaid voucher. And in partnership with ad agencies and brands such as Group M and Starcom, we're able to provide the plastic exchange program for 10,000 US every month for every community for those brands. These plastic waste could be sachets, labels, cigarette butts, and PET bottles that they're able to exchange for free Wi-Fi. For the brands, it's a great program because one, they're able to generate sales, exchanging their waste into free Wi-Fi, thereby creating more value to their customers. Consumption data, competitor analysis, they're also able to do community empowerment and as well as recycle plastics in their communities. We're raising $800,000 to expand into a new site as well as to expand our team and our fixed costs. The site that we want to be in is called Tondo, Manila. It has 259 barangays or blocks with 631,000 people living in it. It's the prime area for the low-income communities. Our team has been experienced for the last 10 years doing various things from startups, from myself having exits, my wife from FMCG, and as well as our partners who are technical co-founders who created systems for bigger enterprises. Also, our advisors advise us from education to technology, as well as living the startup life. And lastly, our investors who believed in us, who put money in our company, who gave us insights into mass housing and other areas that has already helped us to expand to where we are today. So join us in helping connect the next 3 billion users into the internet connectivity so that they can have access to opportunities that you and I both enjoy today. Thank you so much, everyone.
Moving the travel space, our next startup, Travel, brings guest engagement physically into the digital space, automating pre-trip, check-in, in-trip, check-out, post-trip entirely through chat. Let's hear it out for Travel.
Hi, I'm Ian from Travel, here to share more about how we consolidate the travel industry by empowering travel and hospitality businesses to serve travelers, their guests, more seamlessly through chat, automated by AI. The problems that you face in the travel industry are abundant. It's a very fragmented market, and hotel guests comes in through multiple channels like their Facebook, their website, their emails to ask questions in the inquiries, reservations, check-in, as well as the concierge needs. This leads to very high manpower costs, as well as low guest satisfaction when questions are not replied instantaneously. This is not limited to hotels. We see it in attractions and travel agencies as well due to the very fragmented market. What we hope to help in Travel is to help build this within our customers' channels, a seamless chat-based guest engagement platform where we automate these queries as much as possible through APIs and bots, ultimately building a travel ecosystem that we are able to cross-sell the services for. For our guests, they're taken through pre-trip in the guest engagement channels through multiple omni-channel platforms that are consolidated onto our platform for the customer service staff, blended by our AI to help to answer these questions as much as possible, removing menial questions. Reservations are also be able to retrieve and make bookings directly on the chat itself. Within the trip itself, they're able to check in, access concierge needs, as well as check out entirely through the conversation. In the check-in specifically, they're able to retrieve the bookings directly connected to the property management systems, upload their passports and selfie to ensure that the right person make payments and deposit, ultimately gaining access to their rooms, digital locks or Bluetooth. We have also integrated that with physical key disbursements at the front desk to cut down on the operation processes that are done there. As you know, COVID-19 has hit the world severely, affecting the travel and hospitality space. And what we really hope to do is to help businesses in this space to provide this social distancing and digitizing without actually removing guest engagement and that wow factor. We want to help them to engage the guests better in the digital space, ultimately taking this chance to retrain their staff and be prepared for the post-COVID new normal. The value that we bring to the hotels are clear. What we really want to do and should elaborate on is the value that Travel has in getting this extensive knowledge database as well as the inventory that we're able to build our travel ecosystem on. Our revenue is a clear B2B software as a service model, and we are moving to B2B2C more to help supply the last mile services to their guests and ultimately profit sharing with our customers. Our focus in this huge travel industry space has mostly been in Singapore and Japan, and looking to expand our focus into Korea, Taiwan, and Vietnam in 2021. As you know, the industry has littered with chatbot developers and even self-check-in solutions. But where we position ourselves more is as a customer service support platform, where we are very much more focused in helping and solving the needs of travel and hospitality businesses. Started in 2016, and we are finally concluding our involvement with the Facebook Accelerator Singapore, going to be joining Techstars Korea. But what we are most happy and proud of to share is our fully self-check-in system hotel we launched in 2019 with our partners to remove the front desk completely. We were serving more than 3,000 guests a day, and our revenue was $500,000 in 2019, projected to more than double that this year. I'm Jian Liang, and this is my second startup, as well as some VC experience, with our CTO Rish that has experience in the AI space for more than 15 years. What we're really looking for here are customers in the small businesses in the travel and hospitality space, as well as building on the partnerships that we have really created from Facebook Accelerator Singapore. We also are looking to raise strategically for our growth globally at $1 million ticket size end of this year. I'm Ian from Travel. Feel free to reach out to me at ian@travel.co. Thank you for listening.
Bringing you to Hong Kong, our next startup is also in the travel space. Let's bring it up for Travel Plan.
Traditionally, business focus on building one core product or service to create value for their customers. However, due to COVID-19, companies are now forced to look for alternative revenue channels. We have seen Michelin-star restaurants start doing takeouts and travel agencies start selling fruits. For many of these companies, they have strong experience in their area with an existing user base. But for them, to build a new product line or create a new revenue stream is not easy and straightforward. Take Samsung for example. Their smartphone business already holds 23% global smartphone market share. Because of their existing user base, Samsung wanted a better service to their customers' daily needs, such as improving their customer experience when ordering coffee or food delivery service right on their Samsung phone. That's where we come in. We are 3D Group, previously Travel Plan, an AI-powered visualization and merchandising solution company. We can empower our partners to become a super service provider like Meituan, to help them connect with ever-evolving consumer demand. By connecting technology, content, and data, we can help companies like Samsung to quickly launch solutions without spending too much time and effort to do their own development. Our service is now preloaded in every Samsung Galaxy smartphone in Korea. Using Samsung's built-in voice command and text feature, user can now request for personalized recommendations, nearby entertainment, or food delivery services right on their Samsung phone. We also support telecom company to run campaign, connect with quality hotels and tickets, and more to help their customers. And we made millions of US dollars for them in a month. We have also worked with travel companies and shopping malls to generate a customized solution to upsell their product and services, also established a channel for customer engagement. Our solution is targeted at business partners, providing AI agent services, content integration, consumer data, and inventory management. This enables them to provide personalized content to their customers in one single platform. By serving their clients better, they create incremental revenue and have a better consumer engagement. We are at a very favorable market position with our unique business model, combining with rich content and data to drive high customer engagement and retention. We have a high-quality team of founders with over 30 years of experience in the industry. CEO Abel, who was regional head at Amadeus and Travelport. CPO Kenneth led system development and banking, in government, for IT and big data, CIO Wenbing, who were the product director of Fusun Group, and myself, leading the design and operation team. Thanks to the great support of our partners, we have seen strong demand from business globally. We are approached by leading organizations like the coming World Cup, FIFA, World Expo, SHMAI, and more. Despite the COVID-19, our revenue continues to grow strong with stable runway, but we are looking for more investor and partner to help us to scale and grow our effort significantly. Thanks to the great support from our Series A investor led by SPK AI Tech Fund, followed with Artisan Australia, SOSV, Linear, and others. Especially thanks to Facebook Accelerator program, with great support from Jason, Karina, Daniel, Ashley, and many others to improve our AI fundamentals, coaching us on user data privacy, AI explainability, public policy, and help us from startup to a mature company. 3D Group are now partnering with Facebook, and we're looking for a pilot partner to run our solutions together. And we're calling investors to join our A+ round at 12 to 15 million US dollars. This is Alex from 3D Group. Thank you.
Did you know in 2019, 120 million people bought a smart speaker? But more than 2 billion people use one of Facebook messaging platforms. The next startup, UIB, would like to share more with you. Let's welcome UIB.
Hi, my name is Ruth, and today I'm going to introduce you to UIB. It's no surprise that as we want answers on demand, 1.4 billion people now use chatbots worldwide. But we want these conversations to be humanized, and so with it, the use of natural language processing platforms also continues to grow. And finally, with the emergence of 5G, we continually expect devices to be connected, and so the IoT device market also continues to grow by a staggering 300% for 2026. But we see an issue in that not all users can connect with all devices and vice versa. With so many apps, platforms, and channels to use, not all users have access to these, and so don't always get connected with the companies or devices that they're using. And so it results in not only lost data, but also the room for improvement in customer service. And so to solve this problem, UIB was established. UIB standing for Unified Intelligent Brain. Unified meaning any platform, intelligent any AI, and brain meaning storing all information recorded. Being established in 2014, we spent the first few years really focusing on developing our IP and technology, so that when it came time to launch, we launched with the strongest market position possible. Commercializing in 2018, there's two prominent patents I want to mention that we brought to the market. The first being Unification Engine, allowing for seamless communication across multiple communication platforms, and the second being Unified AI, allowing for the conversion of human and device interactions to be converted into data that could be used. And so we continue to connect people, service, and things, really focusing on the virtual assistant and IoT markets. The number of business cases that UIB has cuts across numerous industries and verticals, be it customer service with telcos such as DU, headquartered in Dubai, who in fact recorded a 1,000% increase in the use of chatbots during the first 4 weeks of COVID alone. Adding to this also warranty registration, building or facilities management. For instance, Samsung came to us with a problem that they wanted to increase the number of customers registering their products for a warranty. And so we devised a very simple and easy to use platform, also known as the Samsung Warranty Bot. Users could send in pictures of receipts and scan their barcodes and communicate with this system to register their product easily and quickly. And the result? An increase in the number of people registering their products. So how do we reach you? We work with local resellers worldwide to sell official WhatsApp accounts or unified chat platforms to help developers build their own customized chatbot platforms. We also work with independent software vendors to sell ready-made solutions such as the Warranty Bot previously mentioned. And finally, we also work with a number of global companies to develop additional capabilities such as back-end integration or CRM integrations. All of this allows us to really solidify our position in the competitive landscape. Being able to connect with a number of different communication channels, but also having access to so many devices, means that we're in a really unique position, solidified further by the fact that we ensure 100% of companies own the data they create, and also they can support communications in a number of languages, including English, German, and Khmer. Plus, by using the Facebook platform and ensuring that UIB can connect to any range of devices, combined we have access to a huge untapped market. We've had an amazing time on the Accelerator program here in Singapore, from generating new leads and building our sales pipeline, right through to getting advice from mentors on how to localize our marketing content better for new markets like Indonesia. We're backed by a really strong global team across the US, India, Germany, and Singapore. But we have 3 key asks I want to finish with. The first is that we're always looking for new reseller partners to help us access new sales and new leads worldwide. Second, we love companies to come to us with problems that we can help them solve and work on innovative client projects. And lastly, we're currently working on our pre-Series A round to help us invest further in R&D, but also to help build our BD and sales capabilities worldwide. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to any questions you might have.
Hi, I'm Nicole, Program Manager here at Plug and Play. Thank you for being with us here today. It has been a great and eventful 6-month journey with the startups through the Facebook program. I hope you have enjoyed the startup pitches as much as I did. We would like to invite you to join us the next season. Please submit your applications through the links provided and we'll be in touch shortly. We can't wait to see you for Season 3 of the Facebook Accelerator program. That's not the end. Please join us at the virtual networking session over at Remo to speak more with our Season 2 startups. Details are on the slide. See you there. Bye.